Hey sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. Creating consistent content on YouTube takes a lot of time and effort. Well, my friend Skaght Reindeer Studios is celebrating 5 years of creating content on YouTube, and he's also celebrating his channel reaching 1,500 subscribers. So Skaght, congratulations on those 2 big milestones for your channel. Well deserved. If you're not familiar with Skaught's channel, I will have a link to it in the description of this video. Definitely go check Skaught's channel out. Not only is he an amazing artist, but he also has a very extensive Cleveland Indians baseball card collection. So what Skaght is doing to celebrate those 2 major milestones for his channel, he's doing a little giveaway VR contest to say thank you to everyone who watches his videos and subscribes to his channel. And what he wants us to do is show off cards featuring uniforms. It could be any sport. I'm going to be choosing baseball. Our favorite sports uniforms that we like, and again, show off some cards featuring those uniforms. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I have, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail of this video, I have uniforms of 2 teams that I'm going to be showing off through some of the cards in my collection. So let's go check them out. Okay, the first team uniform that I'm going to show off is that of the Atlanta Braves. Now, the Braves are not a team that I root for. In fact, they are the nemesis to my New York Mets. So just because I like their uniform does not mean I like the team. But I just absolutely love their uniform design from the 1950s into the 1960s. So I have a couple examples here. There is a slight change in the uniform. I did a little bit of research on the uniform. I may have my dates off. So if there's some big Atlanta Braves fans out there, forgive me if I have some of the dates wrong. But from what I could tell, from 1945 to 1953, and it may be hard to tell here, here's the first card, the 53 Bowman Warren Spawn. Just love the Atlanta Braves, or the Atlanta, that's written out there, and the mascot there on the sleeve. Now, from this first time period, my understanding is that the uniform numbers were not on the front of the jersey, they were only on the back. But here's an example here, and you can barely tell, or sort of tell here. The next one I have to show off is the 1955 Bowman Hank Aaron, and if you look closely enough, you can sort of tell by this time period that the jersey number, or the player's jersey number, is now on the front of the card. Let's see if I can get that to focus here. There we go. But just love the color combination, the Braves sort of in that cursive writing there, the tomahawk, and the player's uniform number. And if you can also notice here, from the 1953, they were in Boston, so it was the Boston Braves. And then by this 1955 Bowman, they had moved to Milwaukee. I sort of like the B, the Boston Braves, of course, Boston, but the M on the uniform is cool as well. A clearer example of just how I love the Braves logo there, the uniform, is this 1961 Topps Hank Aaron. You can clearly see the Braves, the tomahawk, and his jersey number. And then I have another later example into the 60s, the 1963 Topps Warren Spawn. And as you can see, sort of there behind his arm is his jersey number. And again, still with the Braves and the tomahawk into the early 60s. All right, so the next team, of course, it has to be my Red Sox. So I have two examples of the Red Sox uniform that I really like. Yeah, I could go back to, the early 1900s uniforms. I just don't have any cards to show off, so I wanted to keep it. I could have thrown up an image on the screen here, but I wanted to devote it to just cards that I had in my collection. So the first one are the technically the away uniforms from the 1950s. So here's one great example. The 1954 Bowman Ted Williams, the gray jersey with the blue Boston. That continued into, I know, the 80s, the mid 80s, because of Wade Boggs had a similar away jersey with Boston on it. But I think that the lettering in the uniform changed at some point. These, I think, are maybe a little larger, and the lettering is a little bit thinner, I think. But I really like just that plain Boston on the away uniform there. And of course, I have another example, the 57 Ted Williams, that you can see the Boston there as well a little bit. It's a little hidden. But I just like that basic gray Boston away jersey from the 1950s. Then, of course, probably my favorite Red Sox design is one that started in the mid 70s and went into the late 70s. Now, there were some slight variations to the uniform as well. Here's one example of the 74 Topps Yastrzemski. And as you can see here, for the longest time, before I did the research actually, I wasn't sure. I thought this was maybe a warm-up jersey and stuff, but no, that was the actual uniform. There were no buttons going down like a lot of the uniforms had. It was just sort of like a one piece jersey, and just had Boston on it. Now here you'll notice that the caps for the Red Sox were that dark blue with the red B for Boston. But once we get to the 1976 Topps set, so I think this switched over in 1975. At least here's an example of the batting helmet. Here's the same uniform. This is the 76 Topps Yastrzemski. They went with that red batting helmet. I love that combination with that style of uniform there and the socks. Just, to me, everything works, and I just like this classic Red Sox style. Here's another example. The 77 Topps Fergie Jenkins. You can see there that the other thing is they had this patch. I have to do some more research on exactly what that patch represents. I can get it to focus here. Yes, no. There we go. Let's focus a little bit. It looks like a star on it. There we go, finally. Can't quite make out what that patch is. I have to do more research, but just like the combination there and the red cap as well, in addition to the switching over to the red batting helmet. So there's the 77 Topps Fergie Jenkins. Another great image of the uniform of that period is on this 78 Topps Carlton Fisk. Got the red batting helmet, just the Boston there on just like a plain jersey. But I don't know, the combination looks really good. And another really nice example is the 78 Dwight Evans. There you can see that patch again, but the red batting helmet. So you have, instead of a blue hat and a red B, you have a red hat and a blue B. So I don't know, just like that combination. The final example here is also a 78 card, but you see again the red hat and the blue B, and just the Boston there in red with a little bit of blue outline on it. So those are my two favorite baseball uniforms, of at least cards that I have in my collection. The two variations of the 1950s into 1960s, actually late 40s into 50s and early 1960s of the Atlanta Braves, with that Braves and the tomahawk and the whatever the logo is on their sleeve. And then you have the 1950s away Red Sox jersey and the mid to late 70s Red Sox uniform, especially with the red cap and the blue B and just that red Boston on the front of just a single shirt uniform instead of the button down that you see now with the Red Sox. So again, Scott, congratulations on 5 years on YouTube and 1,500 subscribers to your channel. Again, well deserved, and definitely go check out Scott's channel if you're not familiar with it. With that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.